It's the hashtag Simply Cyber, COMMUNITY. Here to break the cycle, this is vital more than you and I. Yeah, it's exciting, it don't matter what your title is. You can grab a friend or two or three or four and invite them in. It's the Simply Cyber, bring a good vibe. It's the live with Jerry every morning, having good time. And you know we love to see for you, just gotta go and get it. Yeah, you know we all believe in you, it's time we grow together. It's the Simply Cyber, bring a good vibe. It's the live with Jerry every morning, having good times. And you know we love to see for you, just gotta go and get it. Yeah, you know we all believe in you, it's time we grow together. Dr. Auger is a OG, got that potion, the elixir. Got devotion to all those who keep us showing up to witness. Fit the tricks and quips and all the tips to raise your cyber fitness. Switching up the routines, pass it off to James McQuiggan. Keep the people smiling, hit that follow, that's a good decision. Every week, today, tomorrow, I encourage y'all to listen. We gon' teach y'all way more than how to protect yourselves from phishing. More like being confident so you can recognize the vision. On a mission, it's official, we gon' get through all these issues. Time for jawjacking, baby, this is more than a tradition, yeah. Oh, I can't forget to recognize the mods. They the engine, they the reason that you leave and feeling charged. It's a Simply Cyber, bring a good vibe. It's that live with Jerry every morning, having good times. And you know we love to see for you, just gotta go and get it. Yeah, you know we all believe in you, it's time we grow together. It's a Simply Cyber, bring a good vibe. It's that live with Jerry every morning, having good times. And you know we love to see for you, just gotta go and get it. Yeah, you know we all believe in you, it's time we grow together. Yeah. What else can I say? I hope you find some value in this place and have yourself an awesome day. Simply Cyber's here to stay. So let's all put our hands together ready. Time to hang with Dr. A.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the party. Today is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. This is episode 883 of your Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I am your host, Dr. Gerald Auger. And over the next hour, me, you, Marlon Johnson. I thought Sierra was here. The Quiet Gamer, Deb Grady, Cyber Pappy, Roswell, UK. There she is. Sierra Montgomery in the house, listening on audio only. Funky Monk down under. Kimberly can fix it. My man, Luke Canfield. All right. So let's see. I do want to level the audio levels out here, so let me know. Luke Canfield said it blew it out, so we'll have to address that. All right. I'll talk to the editors. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the new intro. We're trying to level up here 1% at a time, and sometimes it's very obvious when the 1% happens, and sometimes it's in the background. And not necessarily visible. But anyways, guys, over the next hour, we're going to be shredding the top cybersecurity news stories of the day. I'll be giving my expert opinion and analysis on each of those stories, trying my best to deliver value to you in the form of insights and knowledge around distilling cybersecurity, cyber risk reduction. Sorry, I've got a lot going on. Cyber risk reduction for you and your business stakeholders. So yes, Coinbase got hacked. What does that mean? What can you learn from that experience? How can you not be the next Coinbase? Should you worry? Should you educate your end users? Should you be doing something for your families and loved ones? These are what we're going to be getting to. And on top of that, the Simply Cyber community, hashtag Team SC, who's in chat right now, definitely has insights and expertise as well. So it's really a community experience. Also, if you're looking to break into the industry, I do want to say you got value here. You're going to be asked in any job interview, how do you stay current? This is a phenomenal answer. Not only are you going to be expected to stay current, but being able to understand and see those insights from those top stories of the day are going to be, all right, no problem. Hold on with that. Is going to be, it's going to make you stand out. And I'll give you an example. I did see a Luma Stealer story coming out right now. Luma Stealer is wicked hot.
That Hansel's so hot now.
Right? So if you come into an interview like this week and you're talking Luma Stealer, they're going to be like, holy crap, this dude is totally engaged and knows what's cracking. It's like widespread hot mess express going on right now. So that's just an example. I do want to take a hot minute and address one concern that I've seen very, very minor population of the community, and newcomers coming on to the show. I do want to get this out front early in the episode. That way, if you're a first-timer here, expectations will be set. If you are just looking to get the news, you can get that through, CISO Cybersecurity Daily Headlines. You can get it from SANS Internet Stormcast. You can get it from RSS feeds. What we're doing here is an entire experience. This is a community-driven program that entertains, educates, helps you network, delivers value. This is that. So a couple people in comments have been saying, bro, where's the news? What are we doing here? Why is all this other stuff going on? This is what we do. This is an experience. So welcome to the party. If it's not your speed, that's awesome. I don't like sour cream. That's not my speed. You can take the sour cream over there. That doesn't mean I'm judging people who like sour cream. So this right here, this is what we're doing. So if you can get on board with that, settle in, because we got a great show for you. As always, I want you to know I don't prep or research for any of these episodes. So my hot takes, my thoughts, they are absolutely authentic and in the moment. I literally have no idea what I'm going to say, so I get to be part of the audience at the same time, which is kind of wild mentally for me to compartmentalize. I do want you to know every single episode of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief, including this one, is worth 1/2 a CPE. That's 30 minutes of cyber educational content. I am a qualified, seasoned cybersecurity professional, which means I can do instructor-led webinars that qualify for CPEs. The show's an hour, so we say half an hour. That way nobody can fight us. So say what's up in chat, grab a screenshot. Please don't send me memes of sour cream things. It's so disgusting. It literally turns my stomach, Dan. Oh, God. Do I have the ability to delete that? Oh my God. How do I delete this? Delete message. Oh, server admin power. Haha. Whew. God, I actually kind of broke into a sweat with that gross picture. All right, guys. It is Thursday, which means it's What's Your Meme Thursday. And Dan Reardon, the guy who just made me almost throw up on stream, has made custom memes for 2+ years. He's got another banger today. As always, we've made it a little bit of a game. If you want to guess what the theme of the meme might be, you could throw that in chat. And it's all about good times. Now, really quick, I do want to say shout out and thank you to the stream sponsors, those who enable me to hire an editor to make an intro video. Those who enable me to bring this news to you every day and not get sweaty. Those who enable me to build Team SC. I want to say shout out to them, starting with Barricade Cyber and their Fortify 365 solution. Is your Microsoft 365 environment secure? Well, with business email compromise attacks on the rise, your operation could be at risk. Fortify 365 from Barricade Cyber Solutions is your defensive shield. Their team of experts implements proven security standards to protect your business from cyber threats, ensure compliance, and safeguard your sensitive data. They've helped countless organizations strengthen their M365 defenses with tailored solutions that address real-world threats. They've done it for my business. When I was CISO basically over at a manufacturing company, M365 environment. Great stuff. I love it. Don't wait until after a breach to take action. Visit fortify365.com today and learn how they can set you up for success in securing your Microsoft 365 environment. Just think of left if boom. Think of your protect controls in the NIST CSF. That's what they're doing. Right, exactly, Elliot Matisse. Don't even get me started on that, dude. I can't stand that. All right. Also want to say a shout out to Antisyphon Training. Now, Antisyphon Training is disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by offering high-quality, cutting-edge education to everyone, regardless of financial position, right? Like, basically, they offer awesome education at very affordable prices. I'd like to call your attention specifically. They have all sorts of training. You can go to antisyphontraining.com and see it, but I want to call your attention to this. Active Defense and Cyber Deception with John Strand on June 16th through June 19th. June 16th through June 19th, $0 up to $575. Pay what you can. Okay? I've taken this course. If you want to do a little bit of work, Google Simply Cyber, YouTube, Active Defense, Cyber Deception. I did a full 20-minute review of this course. I took it 4 days. It's awesome. This course is a lot of fun. You learn about honey tokens, honey accounts, honey pots. venom versus poison. You learn about the ethical decisions of hacking back. You can screw with threat actors. It's awesome. This is such a fun course. I can't recommend it enough, frankly. So go to antisyphon.com, antisyphontraining.com, and get on their schedule. You trust me. If you take this class and you don't have a good experience, come back and tell me, and we'll have a conversation, and I'll listen to you on why. But I feel very strongly that no one's going to come back because I've taken this class. I know it's awesome. There's a link in chat. I just pinned it if you want to giddy up on that. I also want to say shout out to Threat Locker and Delete Me. Let's quickly do the Threat Locker read, and then we're going to get right into the news. So let's go. I'm going to be chatting in chat with the chats. As a person that exists publicly, especially since I share my opinions and hot takes daily, I'm hyper aware of my safety and security, and it's even easier to find personal information about people online these days. All the data is just hanging out there on the internet, and it can have real life consequences. But I recently found a solution, and this service is called Delete Me. Delete Me is a subscription service that removes your personal info from the largest people search databases on the web, and in the process helps prevent ID theft, doxing, phishing scams, stuff like that. And when you sign up, you tell Delete Me what data you want deleted, and they go off and do it. The cool thing is you get a personalized privacy report every month that shows what they deleted, where they found it, etc. It's pretty cool. For me personally, it's like outsourcing your online privacy, which honestly, I don't have time to do that myself or do it well. So for them to handle it is awesome. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at the special discount for Simply Cyber listeners. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and enter code simplycyber at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/simplycyber. All right, we are going to do the Delete Me at the mid-roll. Really quickly, I do want to give a special shout-out to Toasty Pops, Kansas City's own. Toasty, if you're watching on replay, put a comment on the video, say hi. Just noticing I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything's well. And anyone who's from the Kansas City faction, I know there's a lot of you Kansas City folks in here because I grumble about Mahomes. Let me know if you've seen Toasty Pops. Just, I care about this community, and I just, when someone kind of drops off, I want to make sure that I hope they're well. Okay. Yeah, they haven't been active since, okay. All right, guys, do me a favor. Sit back, relax. Oh, and if today's your first episode, drop a hashtag first timer in chat. Hashtag first timer in chat. We love welcoming our first timers. So say what's up in chat, first timers. We got a special emote, special sound effect. Team SC squad members, you know what to do if we see a first timer. Welcome them with the John McClane emote. Let's get spicy. Let's go.
From the CISO series, it's cybersecurity headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. I'm Rich Straffolino. Ransomware attack knocks out Kettering Health. The Ohio-based healthcare network confirmed a recent outage was caused by a ransomware attack impacting call centers and patient care systems. Kettering canceled elective inpatient and outpatient procedures on May 20th, but emergency rooms and clinics could still see patients. CNN reported the Interlock ransomware gang was named in the ransom notes on encrypted systems, but the group hasn't listed this attack on its leak site yet. Kettering also said it recently saw a campaign of scammers calling patients and requesting credit card information, but it's unclear if those two are related.
They were, I mean, I don't know how, you would think they were related. Okay, so 120 outpatient facilities? Holy crap. I thought it was 120 beds. Usually they measure healthcare facilities by beds. This is a healthcare network, which is quite common in the United States right now. There is a convergence of healthcare operators. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. It's like, kind of like cybersecurity vendors. There's just like an acquisition movement going on with the healthcare in the healthcare industry. They got hit by a cyber attack, which is, pretty common. And they had to cancel inpatient and outpatient procedures, which, dude, really, really particular impact here. Because, like, if you had surgery scheduled, right? Like, say you were having a C-section, right? Like, get this baby out of me for whatever reason, scheduled or, emergency. You might have had to cancel that. That's like serious life complications. James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet, 29-month blue badge says, greetings from the south Aegean Sea and the Greek island of Mykonos. Batteries are recharging. Looking forward to see everyone soon. Team SC Opa. Thank you, James McQuiggan. I was very fortunate to receive photos of that specific South Aegean Sea. James McQuiggan, believe me when I tell you, people, James McQuiggan is having the time of his life. It looked gorgeous. Regular Jennifer Grey in Dirty Dancing. I had the time of my life. I think that's Dirty Dancing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gen X. All right. So Sean said that Kettering's basically Ascension Health. Yeah, I mean, they're all consolidating. Let's see what the thing is here. Interlock ransomware. So here's a ransomware threat actor group I had not heard of. Nefarious Mantis. See, these names are ridiculous, dude. This is why we have Flaming Donkey, okay? They target U.S. healthcare. So this Interlock one targets healthcare. So here's one of these opportunities to look at this story, okay? Right? Say you're Jesse Johnson and you work in healthcare, right? Say you're, me and you work at MUSC or whatever, right? You see this story and you're like, oh, thank God it wasn't me. But there's an opportunity here to learn from it. Say you have been doing the basic stuff around ransomware protections, right? Tabletop exercises, end user awareness training, firewall, EDR, all those things. So with this particular one, because Interlock is targeting healthcare, and we've seen it multiple times, you would have an increased likelihood, if you do get hit, for it to be Interlock or Nefarious Mantis. So what I would, hold on, MITRE ATT&CK, there we go. Go to MITRE ATT&CK, go to CTI, go to groups, and then go Control F, and then look for Mantis, I guess. No, Interlock, Nefarious. So unfortunately, Nefarious Mantis Interlock is not in MITRE ATT&CK, which is unfortunate and further shows why, like, like why I hadn't heard of them, right? So now my next step is to Google Interlock ransomware TTPs and look. All right, so this is just a random article from Fortinet. Somewhere Real Bilbo's like, I told you Fortinet's awesome. And now I can get some insights into this particular threat actor, okay? Maybe see, like, if you're seeing this note, you're already owned by the threat actor, so that doesn't help us prevent or protect. Okay, so here you go. You can see it creates a scheduled task, right? Like, you get a little bit of IOC, a little bit of indications of compromise. Potentially, you can get the attack vector to see what it looks like and help prevent from it. So all I'm trying to say is, once you get the basics sorted out for your organization, you could start looking at specific threat actors that are targeting your industry. It doesn't mean that Black Pasta or Reseda or whatever can hit you, but Reseda's, more after like state and local municipality and higher ed. So like, if you're going to target one, target the ones that are going after your specific industry vertical, right? Like scattered spiders hitting retail all over the place. If you're healthcare, you just get more return on an investment by looking at the ones that are specific to you. After you do the basics, don't just go right into, Interlock if you don't even have a good foundation.
A malware operation disrupted. Microsoft published details about how it worked with law enforcement to seize and disrupt infrastructure used by the Malware as a Service operation. Since March 16, 2025, Microsoft identified over 394,000 Windows computers globally infected by the Luma malware. The company worked with ESET, CleanDNS, BitSite, Lumen, and GMO Registry to identify and take down roughly 2,300 domains used by Luma operators. The U.S. Department of Justice disrupted online marketplaces selling Luma services, while Europol and Japan's Cybercrime Control Center seized physical infrastructure in their jurisdictions.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Dude, let's go. Someone get Warren G on the phone. I love this. All day, I love this. Dude, Luma Info Stealer is like quietly turning into like the new Emotet. Now, Emotet was not the same. Emotet wasn't an info stealer, but if you go back to like 2016, 2017, 2018, that time, there was like this. The only thing I could describe it as like a recurring heat rash that you just couldn't take care of with Emotet as initial infection, TrickBot, and then Ryuk ransomware. It was like a 3-banger, and it sucked. And Emotet was just this massive, resilient, nasty-ass piece of malware that the threat actors had a really nice, like respectable, infrastructure, and they had business continuity plans. They had a full hot site backup. I was very fortunate, and there's going to be very few people here who can vibe with me on this. But at B-Sides Charleston, which is why you should go to B-Sides, guys, besides it being awesome and a great opportunity for a first speaking engagement. At B-Sides Charleston 2022, 21, it was peak I think it was, maybe it was pre-pandemic. Anyways, whatever. It was the one they did at the beach that was like, oh my God, let's not do this again. The FBI was the keynote speaker. And it was the FBI agents, the 2 agents who ran the Emotet takedown. International cooperation. They had slides. The talk is not available online. Part of the deal was they could not record it and they couldn't make anything available. And it was phenomenal. The unbelievable complexity of Emotet's infrastructure was insane. And the takedown was sick. So all of that, thank you, is 2023. Also, shout out to the FBI agent. My kids went to that because I make my my kids go to security conferences. They actually sent my kids challenge coins from the FBI. I thought that was really cool. That's what Luma is right now. So Luma is very, very rampant right now. And even while JT Webb was there. JT, what's up, dude? I didn't know you were Low Country Local. What's up? Yeah, dude, it was awesome. It was, to say it was awesome, it doesn't even like do it justice. It was awesome. Okay. So anyways, that's what Luma is right now. Luma is prolific. It's dominant right now. I've talked to people who do threat intelligence and MDR, like front line trenches people. They are saying that Luma is like, 60% of their tickets just like bing, bing, bing. So all of that is to say, if you are like, this is great. This is crippling to the criminal ecosystem of Luma. Now, remember, if we go and look at David Bianco's Pyramid of Pain, right? Which is how frustrating it is to threat actors when you screw with their infrastructure. They took down 2,300 domains. Now, this is like right in the middle of the Pyramid of Pain. But to fix it is simple, right? The IP address is easy to fix, okay? So all of this is to say, when you look at what law enforcement did, I want to go down the line like I just scored a goal in the NHL playoffs and just be like, do, and do fist bumps with everybody on the bench. But when you look at the Pyramid of Pain, really all you've done is slow them down. 2,300 domains. It is simple for the threat actors to regenerate new domains or generate new domains, especially with domain generation algorithms, and get the infrastructure back up. So this is hobbled them, but not brought them down. Because Luma Info Stealer is so rampant right now, and obviously the threat actors behind it are making bank. Straight cash, homie. This is going to come back. So all I would say is a couple things. Number one, I would make sure that your EDR solutions are protecting from Luma Info Stealer. Number two, I would tell everybody who would listen to me not to save passwords in the browser. Number 3, this is very specific guidance. Number 3, if you are using crypto wallets, you better be on the lookout, bro, because that's part of what it does too, is steal those. And then finally, educate your end users. It's not, you can't tell Aunt Donna about Luma Info Stealer, okay? You just tell her the attack vector, dude, or not, you don't call Aunt Donna a dude, but like, be like, hey, listen, if you're getting emails about these things, you got to be on the lookout. They come in different forms and factions, but basically what they do is there an infographic on this one? For the kill chain? No. Oh, but this is nice though. Hold on one second. Oh, see what I mean? Dude, look at this. Hot. But I want to see, hold on one second. Luma Info Stealer kill chain. Because I think when you see it, it'll be useful for us as an aid. Okay. Okay, look, here we go. Fake CAPTCHA verification. So the click fix thing, right? Click fix, little pop-up. Oh, hey, before you access this, can you click on the fire hydrants? Can you click on the crosswalks? Whatever. That's where it initially starts. It's a fake bullcrap CAPTCHA. Ready? Then it puts a PowerShell command on your clipboard, and they'll either ask you to Control-C, Control-V, or, basically they get you to detonate a PowerShell command, right? That's my understanding. If anyone's been seeing any development, with how Luma's deploying, drop it in chat. But basically they get you to deploy it, right? And then you're off and running. What are we doing here? Ooh. Oh, okay, hold on. So we are going to spend a minute on this one, only because this story to me has 2 things to it. Number 1, this Luma Stealer is a real threat today, which is why I want to spend more time on it. Number 2, what I'm going into this deeply so practitioners can understand what to look for. And also, if you're getting a job interview, I don't care like which function you're doing, GRC, SOC, IR, help desk, whatever. If you're talking about Luma Info Stealer and demonstrating an understanding beneath the surface of what it is, how it works, what to do to protect, you are absolutely going to impress the interviewer, because this isn't mainstream news for main society. This is mainstream news for practitioners. Look at this friggin' thing, man. Europe is on fire. Eastern United States is on fire. Kind of like Brazil along the coast on fire. So definitely target it. Japan getting slapped around quite a bit. India getting hit. All right. Justin Gold has dropped a Google Cloud Community Finding Malware series from this guy, Pravith Souza. Thank you, Pravith Souza. And here it is. Look at this. This is the life cycle here. Someone does an internet search, so I'm looking for yoga mats, okay? I always like to go to yoga mats. I go to yoga mats, and then, boom. I'm tricked into executing a malicious PowerShell command via a run dialog. Windows key R, Control-V, boom. I just pwned myself, okay? Once you pwn yourself, you're screwed. The malware will take it from here, thank you very much. So it reaches out to one of these domains and downloads the malware, right? The first stage of the malware, which is basically going to extract a little binary and then delete itself, establish persistence, and then depending on what its second stage payloads are going to do, that's what's up. So when you execute this PowerShell command, that's what it's going to reach out to a domain and pull down malware. That is what law enforcement just screwed with. So it's possible today, May 22nd, it's possible because law enforcement did this, that someone in your environment is going to fall for this, and when they run the PowerShell command, it's not going to pull down the payload because the domain name isn't going to resolve to the malicious payload. It's going to resolve to the landing page the FBI has, or whoever law enforcement. You see what I'm saying? This is why the cyber kill chain, the further up the chain you break the link, the better it is. the first stage of the payload doesn't download. So all of this extra stuff where data exfil, persistence mechanisms, all this crap, none of this happens because law enforcement has curb stomped this phase of the workflow. So thank you, law enforcement. Again, threat actors fully aware that this is a problem for them because now they're not making money. Or they are making money, but their customers are complaining that the malware isn't detonating anymore. They need to fix this ASAP. So the guys behind Luma InfoStealer are working furiously today to rebuild their infrastructure while we're taking a breath, second period intermission until we can get back on the ice and start finding who these actual humans are and getting after them. Hopefully that was good. Hopefully that works. If you guys want to talk more Luma InfoStealer, please let me know. We'll talk at Jawjacking, okay? Maybe we can round up Unit 42's very own Casually Joseph and get him in here.
Federal agencies impacted by major lapse.
Also, thank you, Justin Gold, for this delicious Google Mandiant blog post.
OPEXIS. The Thoma Bravo-owned company OPEXIS provides digital tools used by federal government agencies to process electronic records. According to documents seen by Bloomberg News, an insider threat attack from two employees, twin brothers Suhaib and Munib Akhtar, improperly accessed sensitive documents and deleted over 30 databases, including those with data from the IRS and General Services Administration. The two previously pleaded guilty to wire fraud and hacking charges in 2015, involving a scheme to install a device that would give them access to State Department systems remotely to create and sell fake passports and visas.
What?
When OPEXIS officials held a virtual human resources meeting with the brothers to terminate them after getting flagged by the FDIC for their previous exploits, they deleted and exfiltrated data while on the call and within an hour of being released.
All right. These guys have some huge... Take a good look at these guys. Are you kidding me? I don't know what's going on. Like in the last 48 hours, there's been more nefarious crap in our industry brought to my attention. I'm not a violent person, but you guys suck. These two dudes, brothers, I don't care. They're twins. I don't care if they're friends. I don't care. They suck. First of all, people will regularly come in. People will come in to the community from time to time and be like, hey, listen, I'm a felon. Can I get a job in cybersecurity? And the answer is yes, but it's hard. It's really hard. You have a really big red strike against you. These two goobers literally were convicted of hacking into the U.S. State Department, and they still got a job with a federal government contractor. So I guess there's hope. These guys then exploited their access and, resulted in a massive federal data breach. Okay, let me tell you what the lesson learned here is, okay? Get in my best fire marshal bill. Let me tell you something. Number one, if you are going to fire somebody or involuntarily terminate them, if you're going to fire someone, okay, when the usual protocol is, hey, let's get on a 15-minute call with HR, or hey, can you come into this meeting that's completely out of the blue with your manager? And dude, here's the thing. If you're about to get fired, chances are you realize what you've been doing, right? That you've been doing bad stuff, right? And they're on to you. You typically during that meeting is when they disable access. Listen to me. As a pro tip, you should be at the ready to disable access as soon as possible. You should time the notification that they're going to have a meeting with disabling access. The moment you tell them they have a meeting, you might as well tell them they're about to be fired, which activates we got to, basically, burn it down kind of things. These guys literally are on the call getting fired, and at the same exact time while they're being fired, basically executing a malicious script that deleted a bunch of stuff and cause damage. Honestly, if I was this Opexis company, I would try to go after these guys legally for damaging their company. I also want to say really quickly, Opexis is owned by Thoma Bravo, one of these PE firms that scoops up cyber and IT companies. I'll leave it to chat to comment on Thoma Bravo. If you know about Thoma Bravo, they have a little bit of a history. Yeah, so anyways, these guys were trying to like basically exploit their access to commit a criminal enterprise. I hope another company doesn't hire them with access to sensitive information. Dude, insider threat's real, but here's the TLDR. Work with your HR, cyber people. Work with your HR around involuntary termination processes. Make sure they're tight, because this doesn't happen all the time, but this can happen. There's been multiple instances, okay? There's also been instances. Go look back at the Elliot Matisse and Phil Stafford. Go look back at the San Francisco BART senior network administrator who got fired and like locked everybody out. This happened maybe like 10 years ago. The mayor of San Francisco had to like plead to the guy to give them access back to the environment. And then once he did, he was immediately arrested, served jail time. All right.
More details on the telemessage hack. After reviewing a cache of leaked data from distributed denial of secrets, Reuters identified over 60 government users with data exposed from the recent breach of telemessage. This runs a range from disaster responders to diplomatic, White House, and Secret Service staff. The cache contained fragmentary message data for roughly a day around May 4th. Data included discussions on a U.S. trip to Jordan and logistics for a trip to the Vatican, but nothing clearly sensitive. Former National Security Agency cyber specialist Jake Williams told Reuters that even if the contents themselves weren't damaging, the wealth of exposed metadata could pose a counterintelligence risk.
There we go. So Jake Williams getting some love. We see Jake Williams a lot in the community. Also a lot with Black Hills. I'm pretty sure he got married at Wild West Hackin' Fest last year. Yeah, he's Eins faculty. Really quickly, just Malware Jake is what he goes by. This is the guy right here. So if you see him around, definitely legit. So the good news here is a hacker, basically senior federal government officials, like, the president's cabinet, using messaging apps that are not approved nor secure, and somebody intercepted the messages, which is why you're not supposed to use unapproved software. This is why nerds like me ask for software inventory and approved software lists and stuff like that. Because when you go YOLO for some reason and start using messaging apps that are not approved, like telemessage, the hell is that? You're introducing risk for no reason. Here's my thing, man. As a GRC professional, our job is to manage risk. Like, if you want to get, paid or whatever, you want to like dictate your terms as a GRC professional, the risk part is the part where you add the most value to a business, okay? Like, audit's great and you can get into it, but like risk and risk management and how to allocate resources and get biggest risk reduction, that's where the money is, right? That's where the expertise comes in. When you do this, okay, you are introducing completely unnecessary risk to the environment, to the data, to the users, to the mission. It blows my mind. People think like, oh, it's just whatever. Who cares? It's just me. I'm secure. It's just telemessage. I'm just messaging someone about state secrets. No big deal. No one knows it's me. Come on, bro. This is like right on the level of like rolling your own encryption algorithm. I've seen that before. Developers think they have big brain and they'll make their own encryption. And it's like, dude, that's not secure. And they're like, you can't crack it. I'm like, I don't need to crack it. I'm just telling you, if someone wants to get in here, they will. All right. So the TLDR here is, hey, Alana Boyajian coming in hot. I just want to tell people, we haven't even hit the mid-roll yet, Alana, I'm sorry. I went long, Alana, and everybody else, I went long on Luma InfoSealer because it is a very, very important story. Dude, the TLDR, don't be the office of no. Be the office of yes, but let's do it in a secure way. If your business needs remote access solutions, if your business needs messaging solutions, work with them to get approved ones, period, full stop.
And now, thanks to today's episode sponsor, Conveyor. Half-baked AI answers to security questionnaires are worse than no answer at all. Conveyor's AI gets it right the first time, with market-leading accuracy rates and full citations for every response. Because good enough doesn't cut it when you're filling in questionnaires daily. Accuracy isn't just a feature, it's the foundation. Because they know that when AI gets it wrong, you're stuck with more work. If AI isn't living up to its promise with other tools, check out Conveyor at conveyor.com. That's CONVEYOR.com.
All right, really quickly, we are going to be doing the mid-roll really quick here. Let's do this. All right. Hey, I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you to Alana Boyajian, Devin Grady, Elliot Matisse, the San Francisco contingent, the Kansas City group, the mods, Justin, Kimberly, Jenny, others. Thank you so very much. Shout out to the stream sponsors, Barricade, Antisyphon, Threat Locker, and Delete Me. Let's do the Delete Me read really quick, and then we're going to do your meme of the week. All right, really quickly. Yo, Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. It's easier than ever to find personal information about people online. Having your address, phone number, and family members' names hanging out on the internet can have actual consequences in the real world and make everyone vulnerable. As someone with an active online presence, privacy is really important to me because I worry about my children and my wife. I'm responsible for them. Just because I have this platform and this social media presence and I'm very public and I go out to, events and stuff like that, that doesn't mean that you get access to my children and my wife and my family and my personal life. So privacy is important. So unfortunately, in 2025, you do have to take proactive measures to help manage that privacy. Delete Me helps me with that. Take control of your data. Keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and use promo code simplycyber at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber, enter code simplycyber at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/simplycyber, code simplycyber. I get my reports monthly. I really like the service. I've had it for about a year. All right, guys, every single day of the week has a special segment. I don't think I did 2 Delete Me's today. Every day has a special segment, and Thursdays is What's Your Meme Thursday. And Dan Reardon, a.k.a. the Haircut Fish, does it. Now, I am an iPhone. I'm an iPhone user, but I did say this week, if I ever went Android, I'm going full Pixel to keep it close to the OS base. Dan Reardon took inspiration from this. Your meme of the week, ladies and gentlemen. We got the upset girlfriend meme, a classic, with Apple wanting to know, why am I looking at Google Pixel? I'm right here. I'm Apple iPhone. I'm iOS 18.5, bro. As always, there is a Dan Reardon hidden Where's Waldo activity you can play. So there you go. Your meme of the week. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right, let's do our la's. Here we go. Get ready, Alpha Sierra. Let's go. Let's get back to the news and finish strong, everybody. Don't forget, we got Jawjacking.
The international community points fingers at Russian APT. A joint cybersecurity advisory from 11 allied countries and 21 intelligence agencies warned that the Russian-linked APT-28, aka Fancy Bear or Blue Delta, was behind a campaign of cyber attacks against logistics providers across virtually all transportation modes, air, sea, and rail. Attacks occurred in NATO member states, Ukraine, and international organizations. These attacks seemed focused on espionage and also attempted to access remote cameras. The campaign doesn't show particularly novel techniques, but was widespread enough to warrant such an international warning.
All right. Yeah, Fancy Bear has been around for a while. They are the espionage capability of the Russian, APTs. Cozy Bear is more like smash and grab breaking. If you're like looking at the different Russian APTs, there's a great book. I actually, because I'm plugged in on my ear into the soundboard, I can't walk over and get it. But like right over my shoulder is a book. This came as a recommendation from Jenny Housley a couple years ago. But if you're interested, it's been a while since I read it, so I don't remember all the details. But this right here is Fancy Bear Goes Fishing. And it's basically, 5 case studies of attacks from Fancy Bear. Fancy Bear has been around for, 15 years. Like it's a military capability essentially in Russia. So the operators behind Fancy Bear have rotated, but it's basically a capability. The same way that like Equation Group and the NSA are a capability for the United States. Like the operators in the seats rotate, but their mission, their training, their execution is consistent. This book's really good. I recommend it. Plus, I love the cover art. If you're interested in learning about, basically Russian espionage, APTs. Just for the sake of time, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. Just they're going after travel of NATO countries. Okay. There's, I feel like that's like, not what you should expect, but also it is what it is, right?
Over 69,000 people impacted by Coinbase breach. In a data breach notification filed with Maine's Attorney General, the popular cryptocurrency exchange confirmed their recent data breach impacted 69,461 individuals. Data exposed includes names, dates of birth, the last 4 social security numbers, some bank identifiers, phone numbers, and email, and some customers also lost government IDs and account information. Coinbase was already committed to making customers whole for any lost funds and estimates the breach cost to be between $180 and $400 million.
All right, so this is going to cost Coinbase a load of money, not because the recovery, but any money that was stolen, they're going to reimburse. That's fine. I saw this morning across the wire, and it got me thinking. Here's a real problem, okay? 69,000 customers compromised with their balance, their contact information, etc. If I was an enterprising criminal, I mean, good old, again, I'm not saying do this. I saw someone suggest this and I could totally see it. If you sort by, you take the Excel sheet, right? And you sort by balance, ascending, right? Or descending. At the top of the list is the most wealthy on paper person that in your data breach. And the second most wealthy, the third most wealthy. So if you're a cyber criminal, guess who you're going to target first? The top 10. Now, I did see someone suggest that these people should be quite concerned because there is a real life kidnap and ransom market out there. And, someone steals your computer, or they send you a phishing email, you might be able to get around it. If they literally scoop you up and throw you in a windowless van and then say, listen, we know you have X amount of money in crypto, $1 million, 10 million, 500 million, whatever, and you're going to transfer it to us or else there's going to be a real problem. So I don't, we don't often have to deal with like physical threat in cybersecurity, but like this one's concerning, dude. People do weird stuff for money. again, when you start introducing kidnap and ransom, I mean, you're really adding a lot of friction to the threat actor, right? Because I can send a spearfish from the comfort of my living room, showing up where you are and taking you. That means I got to rent a van. That means I got to find where you are. That means I got to have the physical prowess to restrain you. I've got to have somewhere to take you. So I think it's a little less likely, but I'm telling you, man, it sucks. It sucks that you have to provide, know your customer is a financial, regulatory thing to make sure that criminals aren't using these platforms for money laundering. But at the same time, when you have my balance of $300 million and my friggin' driver's license right next to it, that's real problems for me. Now, again, you would hope, this is me speculating because I am clearly not in the 7-figure club. Okay. So I'm not on anyone's radar. You can come take my 49-inch wraparound monitor here. That's like my big move, right? But if you have $300 million, right, I would think that you would have better security. You might even have legit bodyguard. You know what I mean? So I don't know how these people run. I'm still reading this book, Careless People. I'm just about to find out what it's like to fly on a private jet. So we'll see. But these are circles I don't run in. I just can tell you, I would be concerned.
Probable PowerSchool hacker pleads guilty. According to court documents, 19-year-old Matthew Lane of Massachusetts signed a plea deal on charges of hacking 2 companies, one of them an educational technology vendor. While no specific companies were named in the case, NBC sources say that this was PowerSchool. Lane accessed the platform through stolen credentials. Court records don't make it clear if Lane was directly involved with the extortion of PowerSchool after the breach or the subsequent extortion request to school districts earlier this month. Lane agreed not to challenge a prison sentence shorter than 9 years and 4 months as part of the plea deal.
Damn, dude. All right, so, man, this was a massive attack, okay? PowerSchool is in 85% of K through 12 schools in the United States. My kids, we check my kids' grades on PowerSchool. It's pretty crazy, honestly. Back in my day, get ready to yell at clouds, everybody. Back in my day, and I'm sure many of you Gen X's and millennials came up this way, once a quarter you get a paper report card and you'd have to bring it home and show it to your parents and they sign it and bring it back. Now, dude, I can log in and see where my kid is right now, right now. My kid can see if my kid brings home a B on his report card, we lose our mind and we're like, buddy, log in. You could see all his homework assignments. There's a couple missing. It's where are these? He's like, oh, I forgot about them. I'm like, how do you forget about them? You can log in a moment and see where you are. You get literally just-in-time updates on your current grades. PowerSchool, okay? So massive multi-billion-dollar company, if I had to guess, and this 19-year-old hacked it, which just goes to show you don't have to be 30 years old with 20 years of experience, CISSP, OSCP, PNPT, former military NSA special operator to be able to hack a multi-billion-dollar company. You just got to have that company have crap security or not care about it or just make a mistake, dudes. The reason that we have to be vigilant in cybersecurity is because, it was secure yesterday, but then today we introduced a patch or an update or an engineer misconfigured something or we're testing something and we forgot to roll it back. Whatever it is, the attack surface for businesses is a dynamic, fluid environment that constantly changes, which requires constant attention and vigilance because otherwise you're going to get slapped in the mouth. This is not the Ronco rotisserie turkey cooking thing where you set it and go get tacos and forget about it because it was good yesterday. This 19-year-old is freaking lucky as anything because they are given an opportunity. They probably will do 7 years in jail, maybe get out on 4 years. They're going to be a felon. That's going to haunt them for the rest of their lives. But maybe they can parlay it like it's 1994 and they could say, oh, listen, that PowerSchool hack, that was me. Let's go. But guys, we spend so much time talking about nation-state threat actors, Fancy Bear earlier in here, the Loomer Stealer malware as a service, 2,300 domains, all these things. This guy, Matthew Lane, 19, he was probably at his parents' house waiting for a Call of Duty lobby to load in, and he's like, "Arr!" Again, I'm being playfully humorous with this. Just my point is, like, dude, vigilance, resiliency, let's go, okay? Also, he's from Worcester County. I would be remiss if I didn't do the welcome to Worcester, $1.25, Paul. Oh, $1.25, Willie. Isn't that the same price that you...
UK NCA looking into retail attacks. According to the head of the National Cybercrime Unit at the UK's National Crime Agency, Paul Foster, the NCA is considering a range of threat actors behind the recent retail attacks impacting the Co-op, Harrods, and Marks & Spencer. Google researchers said they suspected the attacks were linked to the group Scattered Spider. Foster said that while the group was on its radar, it would follow the evidence and was considering a range of possibilities. In related news, Marks & Spencer announced that it expects a £300 million hit to its annual operating profit as a result of the attack, with disruptions from it lasting likely until July.
All right, so the UK is investigating it. We've got top men on it. I mean, as far as I know, Scattered Spider already has been attributed. Right here, it was right here. All right, so I guess maybe they're trying to find the humans behind Scattered Spider. There you go. We'll see. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Scattered Spider has operators in Brazil. They had a UK guy who got scooped up already, so maybe they can lean into him. Not good.
CISO job descriptions are all over the map in terms of what is designed.
Nope. Let's go. Here we go. What's up, everybody? We just literally crushed the second half of that show. Guys, I want to say shout out and thank you to all of you. This was episode 883 of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I was your host, Dr. Gerald Auger. We covered a lot of things. Go get that Luma Info Stealer learning. Shout out to the stream sponsors. We talked about Barricade Cyber's 4-5 365, Antisyphon training, John Strand's course coming up in June. Scoop that up. Threat Locker with their deny by default approach to deny by default application security, and Delete Me, keeping you private. We did the meme of the week. Hilarious. Thank you, Dan Reardon, as always. And now we're going to do some jawjacking. Eric Taylor is out. He normally does jawjacking on Thursdays. I asked DJ Bisek, but he was going to be in transit, unavailable. So guess what? You get stuck with Jerry Guy. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Don't go anywhere. I got you covered. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much, and until next time. Ever wonder what it takes to break into cybersecurity? Join us every weekday for Jawjacking, where industry experts answer your burning questions about the cybersecurity field. Live, unfiltered, and totally free. Let's level up together. It's time for some Jawjacking. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the party. This is Jawjacking. It's a 30-minute AMA, Ask Me Anything mentoring session. I cannot mentor one-on-one. My DMs get blown up and stuff like that. It's not a flex. It's just the reality. I do love to serve, and I love helping people. And the best way that I have found out how to do it is to do it in this format, so I can help answer your question, which might be the same question other people have. They're either afraid to ask it or they didn't know they needed to ask it yet. So we are going to do everything we can do to help everyone. I do want to also, have fun and share with everybody. So if there's anything I'd probably mention, remind me later and I'll tell you. But we're here. We've got the mods in chat as always. Alana Boyajian. Hey, Alana Boyajian, would love to have you on Jawjacking. Alana, let me know if you're available right now. You can come on Jawjack and we could tag team it. Or Fridays is the panel. Would love to bring you over here on Fridays. White Mike says, what's the best cybersecurity possible? I mean, that question, I'm not saying this to be flippant, but like that's like a question you get from the board. Mike, it really depends, honestly, because there's a balance between when you say what's the best cybersecurity possible, like taking the computer, unplugging it, throwing it in the Marianas Trench, that is super secure. That is absolutely not going to get hacked, breached, anything, but it's completely unusable, right? So we're not looking for the best cybersecurity. You're looking for cybersecurity and resiliency to a level that's acceptable to the risk tolerance of the business while allowing functionality and the mission to be executed. And that is what is the best cyber possible. You're looking for this Malaz balance between resources you can allocate to cybersecurity, money, people, time, and the risk being presented to you from external threats. Great question. Messy answer. Wire dog sec, it all comes down to the CIA triad. Hey, guys, I would love to have more women on the channel. Let's go. Dude, if you want to jump on here with me, let's go. Terms of service. What's your favorite coding language? Python. So I used to do, a million years ago, I was a Java developer, late 90s, Java. And then I became like a model view controller web application developer using a LAMP stack with Perl. So I was a professional Perl developer also for a bit. And then just because of virtue of cybersecurity and everything like that, I really like Python. All right, here we go. Angela says, is your personal branding course in June just for YouTube content? So Angela, great question. Let me show you this really quickly. And also, Deb and Grady's here, Brews and Hacks, AB, anyone, Casually Joseph, anyone who's taken the PBCC course, please comment on this one. Again, I always love to be very transparent and very democratized when it comes to something that I am financially benefiting from. This is the PBCC course. Now, what I do go through, Angela, is during the course, you do establish a YouTube channel and you do make content on it. So it is focused on personal branding using YouTube. However, everything I teach you in the class, the theory behind it, the techniques behind it, it shows you how to find what you want to talk about, find stuff that people want to hear about, finds things that you're excited about, explains how to set up a schedule for success, how to make content, whether it's a blog, LinkedIn, shorts, YouTube, long form, whatever. So it is the education in the course is extendable beyond YouTube, but I needed a tangible platform to be able to do the through line to teach the practical lessons in the course. So I would say it is focused on YouTube, but all the lessons can be extracted and applied to other formats. So, if you want, Angela, I'll tell you what, if you want to take the course, sign up. And at the end of the course, if you feel like you didn't get value and you didn't like it, I'm happy to work with you to make you whole. So let me know. All right. Who did you look up to when you were coming up in cyber? Great question. So one of the first people I was like enamored by was Ed Scotus. Loved myself some Ed Scotus. I met John Strand in 2016 or 17. I was already like deep into cybersecurity. But I met John. I didn't even know who John Strand was. And I attended DakotaCon in like 2015, I think, or 16. And he was a speaker. And his energy was insane. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's awesome. And then Dave Kennedy also spoke at that conference. I met them for the first time, really impressed by them. I really looked up to Ron Ross, who was a really smart guy, responsible for a lot of the work being done at NIST. So yeah, those people, I would say I looked up to. Is it worth getting a master's degree in cyber? If so, what colleges do you recommend? If you gain a cert from a 10-month-long boot camp, will you be able to go straight for the master's? So, a master's in cybersecurity, I don't know how... Here's the thing. I don't know how worth a master's in cybersecurity is from a direct return on investment. There are not opportunities that you wouldn't necessarily get access to that the master's in cyber unlocks. I will tell you a couple things. One, most master's degrees will require you to have a bachelor's degree. So you're going to have a tough time finding a master's degree program that doesn't have a bachelor's degree requirement. I also want to say, when I came up and I was...
become best friends. Yep.
Cuban Liber, let me look at that in a second. I will tell you, correct me if I'm wrong, I have 2 master's degrees, and I got my first one in like 2009, I think, or 10. But the point is, I had to take this GRE exam, which is like the SATs for master's programs. I don't know if you still need to do that, but so you have to take this exam, which is wicked hard. It's like math and vocab. I had to memorize like 500 vocabulary words, which is why I know words like dilettante. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully that answers your 2 questions. As far as recommending colleges for master's degrees in information assurance or cybersecurity, Dakota State University all day long. Go Trojans. Now, Cuban Libert hit me with a super chat, so we're going to jump down to his. Thank you for the super chat. He says, disarm framework breakdown, please. I'll give you an A for like explicit question. Like that was quite clear what you're asking me to do. Let me see the disarm framework. I'm not familiar with disarm. Who makes this? Let me go here. So this is the disarm framework. Common language for documenting influence operations. Okay. So this is around misinformation, disinformation campaigns. Let me see. There isn't much here. Like the one thing it says is click here to download a plugin. I'm not gonna download an open source Microsoft Word plugin right now without doing research on it. I guess Cuban Libert, like this seems like a cool idea. I hadn't heard of it before. The last update was in November, so this is out of date. I mean, this is like 6-7 months old. 82 tech. So is this like a MITRE ATT&CK framework where you can map it? I don't get it. Why can't I see the actual framework itself? I don't know. This seems like a cool thing. I invite other people who have used Disarm to comment in chat. Cuban Libert, I haven't used this, so it's difficult for me to break it down. Looks cool, though. But, I mean, a lot of people are trying the MITRE ATT&CK framework. There's one called Defend from MITRE. That was like a framework that wasn't really super popular. So, I don't know. Let me know if anyone in chat agrees. Really quick, going back to the question about the master's degree, it's being reported. You'll have to fact check this, that WGU doesn't really require a lot of prerequisites for master's programs. Tony Jack, where would you maintain an SSP as a living document? Using Word seems clunky. I was thinking about creating a loop project, for example. I don't know what loop is, Tony Jack, but I mean, I've always had SSPs as Word documents. Honestly, SSPs are usually like 200 pages long. No one's really referencing them with any like regularity. They do become a bit of a maintenance nightmare. If you could have some type of like, I don't want to say database, like a React database with a front end that you could kind of look at, that would be kind of cool. Just the thing is, like, when people... Here's the thing. Sometimes like auditors will request your SSP. By the way, SSP is System Security Plan. It's a formal document that you'll see in U.S. federal government a lot, and it'll outline basically what your system is, what the system network looks like, who are the people responsible for it and players and stuff. And then the bulk of the document are all the NIST 853 controls that are applicable for that security of that system and how those things are being implemented. And there's like, hundreds of controls. So usually that's why it's wicked bulky. It is clunky. But the thing is, Tony, I've never really seen someone be like, oh man, let me check out that SSP. It's usually a central repository for audit, for risk assessment, for third parties to reference. So being clunky is all right. Oh yeah, by the way, really quickly, at bottom of the hour, 9:30 today, we have Cybersecurity Mentors podcast dropping a new one, A Day in the Life of a Pen Tester. So if you're an aspiring penetration tester and you want to know what like a real day in the life looks like, none of this crap, dude, I can't tolerate these influencer, and I know you guys, Team SC, are like chiding me about being an influencer because of MTV, but like, let's be real, I hate this bullshit. I don't like it. These videos where they're like, oh, hey, what's up, fam? Like, let's do a day in the life. About 9:30, I roll into work wicked late. I got my caramel macchiato. I'm just going to do a quick scanning of email and then go to lunch and then bang out early. Oh, day in the life. Like, what? No, that is misleading and disingenuous. So if you want to see what a day in the life of a real pen tester looks like, come check it out at the bottom of the hour. All right. Nikos says, how does an average normal end user protect themselves from falling victim to Luma? Given CAPTCHA is used a lot. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You should not hit Control R or Windows key R. That's the thing. Educate them. Say, listen, if something tells you to hit Windows key R, if you make, do me a favor, end user, hit Windows key R. You see that pop up? Now close it, hit escape. Windows key R, hit escape. If you hit the Windows key R and see that at any point, stop. That's how you protect an end user. You don't, unless they're really like tech savvy or whatever, interested, you don't tell an end user about Luma Info Stealer or PowerShell scripts or malware as a service. You just tell them the thing that they need to know to protect themselves. FedEx, please stop. All right, let's keep going. Oh, you guys got so many questions today. I love it. Rose says, I graduated my bachelor's 2022, 3 years ago. Difficult being able to land my first job. I don't have enough experience because I wasn't even able to land an internship. Please, what should I do? Rose, this is like, there's a lot of content on the Simply Cyber YouTube channel. We've done a lot of this. Practical experience reigns supreme. What job do you want? And tell me what job you want, and then I'll tell you what to do. But there's like labs, there's hands-on practical labs, there's sim labs, there's GRC portfolio type stuff. I have multiple videos on the channel, Rose. I don't know, AB. Maybe I took the GRE as an idiot and didn't need to. But when I went to my master's program, they needed GREs. It was like part of the application. Kyle, if I could fix one thing organizations do wrong in cyber, what would it be? Oh my God. The cultural attitude of its importance and value. Most people who get screwed over, that's when they start to believe. Everybody else is like, oh, we're too small, or it doesn't happen, or hasn't happened yet. Why do we need to invest? Go back to the main page. Okay, hold on. Super chat from Cuban. Here we are. I'm going to go to the very main page. Here we go. Where's the actual framework? Ooh, the framework can be accessed here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, here we go. All right, so I'm looking at the disarm framework right now. It looks very similar to MITRE ATT&CK. This is great. Plan strategy, plan objectives. Remember, with MITRE ATT&CK or this disarm framework, there is value in like just looking at it and stuff, but the real value is seeing how threat actors TTPs map over the framework itself, so then you can identify the techniques and the ways to defend from the techniques of those particular threat actors. That's the value of using the framework, not just like ordering this poo-poo platter of information and digesting it like a buffet. Plan objectives: degrade adversary, cultivate support, dissuade from acting. Very cool. Distort. So I'm going to click on one. How do I, come on. All right, I'm not, dude, I'm trying to like get more info. Yeah, I can't, this looks interesting. I guess Cuban Libertarian, it's very difficult for me to like do this live on stream without any prep because nothing's popping up right now. Definitely interesting though. It does remind me of, I don't know if Chris Rock is here, but I actually make my Citadel students watch this. How to overthrow a government. Check this out. This talk right here.
So our first speaker of the day is...
This is Chris Rock. So Chris Rock is he's a regular in the Simply Cyber community, which I totally appreciate, and I respect Chris quite a bit. I'll tell you what, if Chris Rock is speaking at a conference, it is appointment viewing for me. I will rearrange my schedule to attend a Chris Rock talk. He doesn't do it often, but this talk right here was from I think 2017's DEF CON 24. And it's how to overthrow a government. But the whole reason I tell you is because he actually does a lot of things that you would see in this disarm framework around manipulating populations and causing revolution of the population. Is the meta CTF flash tonight? No. Is Poner Joe here? Poner Joe is not here. Roswell UK, connect with Poner Joe. I believe it is on the 27th. So, hold on one second. When is the meta CTF? Oh, it is today. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let's take a look at this. Guys, if you don't know, this is something we do in the Simply Cyber community. Thank you, Roswell UK. Guys, I'm going to drop a link to this. The meta CTF is right here. Listen, if you guys didn't know, I provide cash prizes, $100 Amazon gift card for first place, and a coveted black badge roll on the Simply Cyber Discord server that you cannot get any other way. $50 second prize, $25 third prize. This is a live Capture the Flag event, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time today, so you have to be live in it. There is a CTF channel on the Simply Cyber Discord server. Again, contact Poner Joe in chat. He can help you with this. If you are intimidated, if you have imposter syndrome, if you're nervous, oh, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, punch that in the throat. Enough. The reason that we do this, the reason I want to incentivize people with cash prizes is because I want you to do your first CTF. I want you to have fun. I want you to begin networking. It's not a lonely journey. People who are doing the CTF, it's very collaborative. It's very fun. It's a lot of engagement. All right, so come on out 5 p.m. today. In fact, I can't share my schedule. I can't share my calendar on stream right now because that would be embarrassing. I think you all would throw up if you saw my calendar. Guys, I don't have a Firesides today. Taking a little bit of a hiatus from Firesides. So, you know what's got 2 thumbs and is going to be in the CTF today? This guy. I can only be there from 5 to 6 p.m. I only work till 6 p.m. I try to cut it off, but I might get the black badge. Woo! All right, so Roswell, UK, check it out. Thank you for reminding me. You guys are going to think I cheat if I get the black badge. I know it. Elliot says, what specific risk metrics would you recommend for GRC platform focusing on public sector contractors? Hold on. What are you saying, Elliot? Like you're saying you're building a platform and your target customer would be public sector contractors? Is that it? If that's the case, normally, like as a CISO, risk metrics I am concerned about is much more like, you know, trend data of like incidents. Is it going up? Is it going down? You know, end user like data on like, you know, what kind of incidents are happening or end users, the problem of them, mean time to remediation, stuff like that. If you're talking about building a tool, honestly, if it were me, dude, I would immediately look at CMMC's requirements and identify what metrics would be useful for some company trying to align with CMMC and providing that guidance. And then I'd even market it as CMMC, you know, assistant or CMMC supportive or something like that. CMMC is going to be hot. Charlie, Michael, Charlie. And I know you know what CMMC is, Elliot, but yeah, React front end. Yeah, that's what I meant. All right. Kyle says, or excuse me, B-Rad, not Rich. In my position in my personal day-to-day, CMMC is a huge deal. GRC is at its finest, and the biggest problem I've seen is other companies fail at it. Yep. I'm telling you, CMMC is hot. So Kyle, what did I miss the question? I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, so the question was about, you know, so whether it's CMMC, ISO, NIST CSF, small business, running nothing, like, here's the deal. At the end of the day, you can have all the insights and all the thoughts and all the practice and all the things. If the governance and the attitude of the company is double middle fingers to the sky for information security, you are going to be pissing into the wind. It's not going to go well for you. You're constantly going to be on edge about defending your job. If you have an incident, you're going to look like which is even more likely because you're not getting the support you need. You're going to be held accountable. And like, what are you going to say? You're going to say, well, I've been telling you guys for months that we need to invest in cyber, and you tell me to go pound sand, and now look at us. And they're going to be like, well, that's, you know, you're the problem, right? So it's frustrating, and it's nerve-wracking, frankly, because we're already being held accountable to protect the business, and then, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. So that's why I say that. It's not a tactical. You don't solve governance with technology. Oh my God, dude, MFA all day, every day. If you're talking about a technical thing to implement, MFA, yes, yes, yes. All right. There we go. Adam Govoni over on LinkedIn's got a Worcester Polytech sweeps program, graduate certificate program, 100% covered. Go check that out. That sounds awesome. How easy would it be to completely rely on AI to conduct IT audits? Well, Cuban libertarian, I think it would be very easy to let AI completely do the IT audits. I think it would be a bad practice because I think there's a lot of nuance to controls and how they're implemented, right? So I think AI is going to get it wrong quite a bit, right? Because like say the control is you have MFA implemented. All right, let's pick an easy one everybody understands. You got MFA implemented. All right. So where's AI going to check that? You're going to let AI loose with access to your environment to query the AD to see if MFA is on, to query. But then MFA where? Everywhere. You're going to have AI log into your network devices too, your firewall, your cloud systems, right? Like it's not, I just don't think I think AI can help you do the audit faster, make your results cleaner, help you see insights into where risk could be. But I think the push the button and let AI run is not going to happen. But I think some people will try to do it. Some people will fake it till they make it. All right, what camera equipment do you use? Thinking of making more high quality YouTube videos. All right. So Devin Delgado, just in case anyone wants to know, I make this available in my PBCC course, but I'll just make it available now. I can't, I don't know where it is. I can't find it really quickly. Basically, here, there's two things. One, I run a Sony a6400. That's all I run. So here it is. So this right here, this camera right here is that camera, Sony a6400 DSLR, and it's got a Sigma 16 millimeter. That's what we're looking at right now. But I can tell you, this camera is not cheap, okay? You can get pretty good with this camera. This Logitech, this is like an older one. They have a 922 now. This is HD quality, 1080p. You can do all right with this. So don't think you need to throw $1,000 at this thing. But if you are going to step up, the Sony a6400 is what I use, and I really like it. I'm all in on Sony. I like the Sony a6400 so much that I own 4 of them, and it's so I can do multiple camera angles and stuff like that. And Sigma lenses, I love Sigma lenses. They're basically like Sony lenses except cheaper, which I like. Let's see. How do you master Linux? Make it your everyday driver, Taekwon Gong. Dude, I'll tell you what, you will learn whatever it is if you force yourself into it. I actually used Raspberry Pi as my main computer for like 2 weeks. It sucked. That's definitely not a computer strong enough to do that. All right, Kathy Chambers is saying I shouldn't act like I need to take a shower every time someone points the word influencer at me because I can have positive influence. Thank you, Kathy Chambers. Kathy Chambers is always making me feel good. Taekwon Gong, Augusto Delgado is sharing Ubuntu Unleashed as a resource. That's great. For those who, yeah, here we go. See, Angular agrees. Make Linux your daily driver. You will, I'm telling you, you will learn it because you'll run into problems and you'll have to solve them. All right, we got 926. We're good here. Let's see. Malware Trini forgot to take their screenshot. All right, Malware Trini, let's get your screenshot really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and make this look like the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Really quick, here we go. Here we go. And then we'll do this. Everybody, if you need the screenshot, here we go. I'll take the glasses off so it doesn't look like I'm... Here, ready? And now I'm going to make it look like... Okay, there's your screenshot. Hot takes coming in hot. All right, and then back to jawjacking. All right, continuing. Roswell UK knows what's cracking. Yep, Cam is saying that the disarm is for disinformation. Yep. Hey, really quick, just want to say shout out to Marcus Kyler getting married this Sunday. Marcus Kyler, longtime Team SC member. Congratulations, Marcus. I'd like to think that we're adding your missus, to the Simply Cyber community. Kathy says, who's done one of these meta CTFs? Did you find it difficult? I heard meta CTFs were more challenging than some others. So what are people's thoughts about meta CTF? Can you help announce the New York, New Jersey Simply Cyber local meetup? It's next Saturday, May 31st at 4 p.m. Oh, yes. Check this out, guys. If you didn't know, you can go to simplycyber.io. Okay. And I know it's not the best option. Updating the website is on the roadmap, but look at this. If you want to have these local meetups, kind of like, B-sides or whatever, you can use simplycyber.io and use this map to find the local communities. We've got quite the presence, but check this out. Right here, New York, Kayla Cavey is the ambassador. Kayla Kavanaugh right here. And if you go to the Discord server, which is linked right here, you can go to the New York, New Jersey locals and get the information for people in your community. Kayla, thank you very much for being the ambassador. I low-key, sneaky suspect I might know who next week's community member of the week will be. But hey guys, next Saturday, May 31st, 4 p.m. at the New York Public Library. Thanks, Kayla. All right, let's look at the countdown timer. Premiere will begin shortly. Let's see if I can get one more question in. Thank you, everybody. All right, looking. Last one, Taekwon Gong getting pigeonholed in the help desk role. Hey, Taekwon Gong, if you can, engage with the information security or the IT team at your business. Let them know that you're there to support them, how you can help. Ask if you can attend their stand-up meetings or their weekly meetings on read-only, i.e., can I just attend so I can get more experience exposure? Insert yourself into their workflows as best you can without being disruptive, and then they'll start seeing you regularly, and then, once you're seen, you can begin to engage. How often is AI given the same response with the same query? I wouldn't rely on it. Yes, exactly. I'm scanning chat now aggressively. Okay, guys, really, really appreciate you. What do people need the screenshot for? Nine-tailed fox. So the daily cyber threat brief, the first part of the show, 8 to 9 a.m. It's worth half a CPE. All right, guys, we are 1 minute out from Cybersecurity Mentors podcast with John Hoyt and Steve Higuerita. If you're wanting to learn about the day in the life of a penetration tester, come join us. I'm going to link it in chat right now. Come raid. Thank you all so very much for all you do, guys. I hope you had a great stream. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Until next time, tomorrow at 8 a.m., stay secure. I will be at the Meta CTF at 5 p.m. today. I hope you can join us. Peace.